even when he does have his clown nose on, he still doesn't really make any sense. I'd like to ask, Mr. Speaker,
Order. I'll ask the honourable member to refrain from making those types of comments in his questions. I don't think it does anything to elevate the tone of debate. The honourable member for Timmins.
well, certainly, Mr. Speaker, you know we believe in elevating the tone here, which is why I'll actually refer to the finance minister who used his cabinet position to try and influence the CRTC on a coveted radio license. So he either didn't understand the rules or he didn't care when he broke them. But he's not alone. The Parliamentary Secretary for Health also intervened with his own letter. So I'd like to ask either of those gentlemen a simple question. Did either minister or parliamentary secretary receive any financial considerations from the people they wrote to support? Simple question, yes or no?
The honourable government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the Conflict of Interest Act actually permits members of Parliament to write in their capacity as members, and that was, of course, the intention of all the members in question with regard to this. I think all Canadians expect their members of Parliament to stand up for them in their community's interests. Of course, we also want them to respect those rules, and that's why the members reached out proactively to the Ethics Commissioner on this issue for clarity.
The honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
I don't want to school my honourable colleague, but he missed out the important part. That ministers and parliamentary secretaries are not supposed to do that. No. That's the simple fact. And I'd like to also point out that the parliamentary secretary did receive financial contributions from the guy that they wrote the letter on behalf of. More broken promises. So this is what the PM's own rule book says. I'll just quote it for him. Ministers must not intervene or appear to intervene with tribunals. They breached the Act. They broke the rules. I'm asking the Prime Minister, is there any sense of accountability over there for ministers who flagrantly disregard the rules as they're trying to gut the Conflict of Interest?
The honourable government House Leader. The honourable government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the Ethics Commissioner offered a ruling on this, and the Minister accepted it. That being said, I should enlighten the member for Timmins, James Bay. He should actually read the Act. The Section 64 of the Conflict of Interest Act states that, quote, nothing in this Act prohibits a member of the Senate or the House of Commons who is a public office holder, that's a minister, or former public office holder, from engaging in those activities that he or she would normally carry out as a member of the Senate or the House of Commons. That's what it says. That's what members are relying on. It's important that we now have this clarity added to it, and we appreciate that from the Ethics Commissioner. Thank you.